Shabbat Shalom, everybody. My name is Jason.
I'm Caden. I'm Jaden.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Eli.
And we are the Yahuwah and the Torah channel. And if you have never, ever listened to this channel before, we are the people who love the scriptures of our Creator. We have no set religion. All we do is we believe what the scripture says from the front of the book all the way to the end of the book, including the Apocrypha. And we love what our Creator has told us to do. We love His ways. We love His precepts, and we love His commandments. And we are the people that are hanging out reading scriptures with all of you guys. So Shabbat Shalom to everybody that's out there. Now, if you guys in the chat can give us a sound check when this music comes on and let us know if it's just completely off the rocker, if it's good, if you guys have to adjust your audio. We don't know. We're trying to get some better audio here. And so we're going to start with our praise and worship song. And this is out of Shemoth 33. It's called Show Me Your Esteem.
Show me your esteem.
When the chariots chase and fear cuts deep, he opens up a path through the sea so steep. Night on your shoulders, waves in your face, mist round behind you, trying to erase every step of faith, every breath you take. But Yahweh stands firm, and the chains all break. And pillar of fire pushing darkness back, a messenger of Yah holding off attack. Motionless the staff and the strong winds roar, a road that appears you've never seen before. When the waters rise and the way seems gone, Yahweh breathes and he pulls you on. When the chariots chase and fear cuts deep, he opens up a path through the sea so steep. Feet on the seabed, walls on each side, every heartbeat to the rising tide. But Yahweh carries you step by step, and not once you wasted, no promise sweat. Mitzrayim rushing in, thinking they'll win, but Yah turns the tide and covers their sin. Your past gets buried under waves set free. He rescues those who trust His decree. When you feel surrounded, lift your eyes. Yahweh moves the oceans and the skies. He's the one who fights while you stand still. He's the one who brings deliverance at will. You shout out the victory on a far dry land. Raise both hands to Yahweh's command. No more chains, no whip, no fear. Your freedom starts right here. Oh, let the nations watch what Yah can do. Let the sea split wide when He brings you through. When the waters rise and the way seems gone, Yahweh breathes and He pulls you on. When the chariots chase and fear cuts deep, He opens up a path through the sea so steep. When the waters rise and the way seems gone, Yahweh breathes and He pulls you on. When the chariots chase and fear cuts deep, He opens up a path through the sea so steep.
All right, let's take a jump into Proverbs 24. Let's see what it says.
Don't faint in trouble, stand tall, stand straight. Strength is tested when burdens weigh. Rise victorious while the wicked fall. Loyalty to your Creator, God strengthens all. Wisdom builds houses, understanding fills. Knowledge stores treasure, the righteous instills. Wise warrior stronger than brute might. Torah counsel wins every fight. If you faint in battle, your strength was small. God lifts those who want Him call. Rescue those dragged toward death's gate. Don't claim ignorance, Yah knows you'll stay. Don't faint. Don't envy sinners for wicked looks. Their lamps burn out, closed are their books. Fear Yahuwah, respect authority sound. Rebels fall when judgment comes down. Don't faint in trouble, stand tall, stand straight, strength is tested when burdens weigh great. Rise with Torah while the wicked fall. Loyalty to your Creator, God strengthens all. Don't judge wicked as righteous men. Torah condemns corruptive pen. An honest answer like kiss on lips, sweet like honey from wisdom sips. Prepare your work, arrange your field, let discipline shape the yield. Don't testify false, don't seek revenge, let Yah repay and justice obey. Don't faint in trouble, stand tall, stand straight, strength is tested when burdens weigh great. Rise with Torah while the wicked fall. Loyalty to your Creator, God strengthens all. Don't faint in trouble, stand tall, stand straight. Strength is tested when burdens weigh great. Rise with Torah, loyalty to your Creator, God strengthens all.
All right, Shabbat Shalom, beautiful family. Cade, will you please open us up in prayer, please?
Gracious Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for bringing us all back together again. We thank you for this Shabbat. We thank you for protecting us and guiding us and giving us your Torah and giving us your ways and your peace. The day you have set apart, you say, day that'll be sanctified above all days. And here we are once again. And we thank you for bringing us this day and showing us your Torah that we can continue on in this way. Even though people say it was abolished thousands of years ago, we are still here today. Obeying your commands, and we ask that this count as righteousness towards us. We thank you for all in Yeshua's name. Amen.
Okay, so here we are, beautiful family. We thank you guys very, very much for being hanging out with us. We are the people that literally live and breathe this Torah life, and we hope that you guys will literally live and breathe this Torah life. And the Torah life is something that is very, very exciting. We've all been led to believe that there is some sort of a problem or there's some sort of a baggage system that you acquire by starting to keep the commandments of our Creator. And there's no such thing in scriptures that ever adds to your day-to-day problems when it comes to the Torah. If you're looking at something that is life-changing to every degree, it's coming into covenant with the Torah. When you take the laws, the statutes, and the commandments that are found in Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, and you apply them to your day-to-day walk, everything changes. The mission of your life becomes very, very clear. Prior to us walking in Torah, we're simply existing in a land that is created by our Creator. But yet we're not existing to being what our Creator wants us to be, which is His people. To be His people, we have to align our lives to what our Creator wants us to align our lives to. And so this Torah walk is exciting. It's very, very important. It's very, very good. It's something that will lead you, your families, your children, your generations. It will lead them to a successful style of life. And we have to break the cycle of this dogma of this Torah being something that's hard to keep or something that is impossible to keep, because it's not impossible to keep. It doesn't mean that we are going to keep it absolutely perfect to the letter of the law, because we all fall into sin. We all fall into tribulation simply by, honking at a guy and having aggressive thoughts in your head as you are driving can lead you to sin according to the Torah. So there's a lot of ways that every single day that we can learn the Torah, write the Torah in our hearts and minds, and then we use what we have learned to align our lives to a better style of life. Now, what we're about to read is called the Shema, and the Shema means hear and obey. And the Shema is a beautiful, beautiful thing that was given to us. It clearly identifies the deity of our Creator as being one. It very clearly tells us what the heart, mind, and soul of our Creator wishes us to do. And when we look at this simple little verse, it's a couple of verses, Deuteronomy, Devarim 6, 4 through 9. It's very clear when you read the Torah how our Creator wants us to operate. So Jade, will you please read this for us?
Hear, O Yisrael, Yahuwah Elohim, Yahuwah is one. You shall love Yahuwah your Elohim with all your heart, and with all your being, and with all your might. And these words I command you today shall be in your heart, and you shall impress them upon your children. And shall speak of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. And shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates.
So, as you can see just from this verse, how important the laws of our Creator are. That it's something that we bestow to our children, we bestow to our wives, we bestow to ourselves. It's something that we live under. It's a governing council of understanding of rules, of regulations, and we're about to go into these beautiful laws, statutes, and commandments and read them. We will read these things that the world has lied to all of us and said they are bondage for us. Before that, Miss Nicole, will you please greet our brothers and sisters that are out there? And just so you guys know, Miss Nicole and I might be just a little off today. We are about 6 hours from being into day 8 of a fast, a water-only fast. And so we are going through all the perils of ups and downs, and this is actually getting through this reading today is probably is going to be a little tough. So bear with us if we make mistakes, if we just don't sound completely on, it's probably because we're not. So Miss Nicole, greet our brothers and sisters, please.
All right, we have Chris, we have Sue, Danny Boy and his friend Annie. We have Colleen, Sylvia, Lorena, I think that's how you say that, and welcome to you. Brandy and family, Sylvia, Sarah and William were here for a brief moment. I don't know if she's still here. Brian, Honeymoon Stitch, Rosa, that's a new name as well. Welcome to you.
Hi, Rosa.
The Judge. I'm scrolling. Hannah, Exposed 777. And the Grand. I think that's everybody. If I missed anybody, I apologize.
All right. Well, the majority of the people that come along after the live reading, which is totally fine and dandy. And we can't thank you guys enough for just even watching this, being a part of this with us. So here we are. We are going to go through these laws, these statutes, and the commandments. And this is what we do every Shabbat. This is what they used to do every Shabbat. You would go into the tabernacle and you would sit and you would hear the Torah. They would read from the Torah scrolls and you would hear what the Creator of the universe wants us to do. We are lucky enough to be in a world, in a time where all of us have access to these scriptures. We all have access to these Torah commands. Nothing is hidden from us. We don't have to wait any other amount of time to figure out what the scriptures are all about, because we have before us the same scriptures that are good for all times, all generations, all peoples. And when we observe these, when we walk in them, everything in your life will completely change. So commandment number 1 is to be fruitful.
Number 2, multiply. Replenish the earth.
Subdue it, have dominion over the fish, fowl, and every living creature.
The earth bearing in every tree is for food. Man and woman should build their own families.
Fast or sin.
Every clean moving thing that lives shall be food for you. Do not eat the blood.
Watch for me and be perfect.
Lord Yahuwah's covenant, laws, statutes, and commandments.
Huge one, guys. Big one. Biggest command there is to guard the laws. Continue on.
Every male shall be circumcised at 8 days old.
Teach your children the commands and guard the way of Yahuwah.
Remember Yahuwah's name for all generations. Keep the Passover, Pesach.
Keep the feast of unleavened bread, special as Matzah.
There's one Torah for the stranger and one for the Hebrew. Sanctify all firstborn to Yahuwah.
There are no mighty ones before Yahuwah.
You shall not make graven images. Do not bring Yahuwah's name to naught.
Keep the Shabbat.
Honor your parents. Do not kill.
Do not break wedlock.
Do not steal.
Slow down, fellas.
Do not make false accusations
accusations against your neighbor.
Do not covet anything of your neighbor's.
Do not make an altar from rock that a tool has touched.
Do not go to the altar by the steps.
If a man steals cattle, he shall restore it 5 times. Yahuwah's laws for criminals.
Do not lie with beasts.
No sacrifices to other Elohim. Do not oppress a stranger, fatherless, or widow.
Do not charge your brother interest.
If you borrow your neighbor's raiment, return him before sunset. Do not curse the ruler of your people.
Do not eat what is torn of any beast.
No false report. Do not follow a multitude of evil.
Do not judge unrighteously against the poor.
Bring back your enemy's cattle if you find it going astray. Help the animals of your enemy.
Stay away from rumors and gossipers.
Take no bribes. Do not oppress a stranger. Love the stranger.
Give your land rest in the 7th year.
Do not mention any pagan names. Keep the feast of Yahuwah.
Do not cook your goat in his mother's milk.
Obey the messenger Yahuwah sends before you. Do not bow down to other Elohim.
Serve Yahuwah.
Make no covenant with other Elohim or outsiders of the land. Do not make or use this anointing oil on a normal person. Do not make or use this perfume on a normal person.
Do not eat the fat.
Do what you say you are going to do. Return what is your neighbor's.
Obey Yahuwah's dietary laws.
Women's time of separation. Obey Yahuwah's hygiene laws.
Keep the Day of Atonement, Yom HaKippurim.
Do not uncover the nakedness of your family. Do not take your woman's sister for wife.
Do not lie with a woman in her uncleanness.
You shall not sacrifice your children to Moloch. Do not be a sodomite.
Be Kodesh, holy.
Do not reap the corn from your field, or you shall not glean your vineyard. Do not deal falsely or defraud your neighbor.
Do not lie or be a liar.
Pay your workers the day's wage they are due. Do not harm the disabled.
Do not endanger your neighbor.
Do not hate your brother. Rebuke your neighbor for his sin.
Love your neighbor as yourself.
Do not diverse your cattle.
Do not mingle your seed.
Do not lie with a taken woman. Yep. Do not mingle linen and wool.
Do not eat the fruit of the trees for 3 years.
Do not practice sorcery. Do not round your beard or the corners of your head.
Do not cut yourself for the dead.
Do not get tattoos. Do not prostitute your daughter.
Do not defile your temple.
Do not consult the medium. Respect your elders.
Have correct weights and measures.
Do not walk in the manners of the nation. Keep the feast of first fruits, Shavuot, Overcount, and Pentecost.
Keep the feast of trumpets, Yom Teruah.
Keep the feast of Sukkot, Shem Yatzeret. If
If
you
you blaspheme
blaspheme,
in the name of Yahuwah, you shall be put to death.
if you kill your neighbor's animal, you must give him another.
Repay injury for injury.
Honor the Yobel, the Jubilee year. Confess your sins to Yahuwah and repay who you have trespassed against.
The Torah of being a Nazir.
Wear zizit on the 4 corners of your garments. The law of whoever touches a corpse.
Follow Yahuwah's law of inheritance.
Oh, the Torah of keeping your oath to Yahuwah. Do not add or take away from the word.
Guard your soul.
Learn to fear Yahuwah. You shall love Yahuwah with all your heart.
Write the laws upon your hand and the frontlets between your eyes.
Write the laws on your doorposts. Do not tempt Yahuwah.
Do what is right and good in the sight of Yahuwah.
Do not be afraid of your enemies. Remember Yahuwah.
Circumcise your heart.
Cleave to Yahuwah. Swear by his name.
Destroy graven images.
Do not make an idol of Yahuwah, as the pagans do to their Elohim. Rejoice in all Yahuwah has blessed you with.
Do not do what is right in your own eyes.
Do not hearken to the word of the false prophets. Do not make any baldness between your eyes for the dead.
You shall not eat any abominable thing.
You shall give to a stranger clean food that dies of itself, but you shall not eat of it. Give tithe of your increase of seed year by year.
Laws of the end of the 7-year release.
Do not borrow from the nations. Do not harden your heart, nor shut your hand from the poor.
Guard month 1 of Yahuwah's calendar.
3 times a year all males shall appear before Yahuwah. You shall make judges and officers in all your gates.
Do not plant Asherah poles near the altar.
There must be 2 or 3 witnesses. Hearken to the prophet Yahuwah has chosen.
Prophetess of Deuteronomy.
Do not remove your neighbor's prophet line. How to deal with a false witness among Torah keepers.
The first child is the adult portions.
If your brother's cattle or clothes are lost and you find them, you must return them. A woman should not wear what pertains to a man, nor a man what pertains to a woman.
If you find birds' nests, the mother and the babies, or eggs, take the babies, but not the mother.
If you build a new house with a flat roof that you lived on, you must put a railing around it. Do not be a prostitute.
Do not use dirty money.
Law of divorce.
Do not take a person's millstone for a pledge.
If you lend to your brother, do not enter his house to get your payment. He must bring it to you. Return his clothing before sunset. That was his pledge. Do not oppress a hired servant that is poor and needy.
Every man shall be put to death for his own sin.
Do not go back to the forgotten sheep in the field. Leave it with a stranger, fatherless, and widow. Do not muzzle your ox when you tread that grain.
If your brother dies and has no child, you shall take his wife and the firstborn to your brother.
At the end of 7 years, you are to read the Torah at the Feast of Sukkot, the Feast of Tabernacles.
Okay, guys. So there we are. And I got a little trivia for all of you guys out there. Let's see if anybody out there can get it, if anybody knows this. How many chapters are in the first 5 books of Scriptures? From Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. How many chapters are there? And let's see if anyone in the chat can get it. I don't know if my chat's still working here on the screen or not. Is it dead today?
I don't know. I don't think so. Nobody's said anything.
Okay,
So, I don't know if
so let's
that's
see
even
if
alive.
anyone can get it, and let's see if anyone around this table can take a stab at it. If you know and you actually cheated, then don't answer.
I haven't cheated.
I haven't either.
Okay, give me your answer. Somebody, Kate.
I'm doing the math on.
No, you're not doing the math. Don't worry about the math. You take a quick guess. This is a guessment thing. Yeah.
I think it's close to 170, isn't it?
Okay, 170 is yours, Kate.
Like 205.
205, Miss Nicole.
I'm not guessing.
You're not guessing? Why
No.
not? All right, Eli.
191.
191. All right, so let's see if anyone in this can get this. We'll give a few minutes here. And while we are trying to get these guys that are trying to guess this out, when you actually get the number of it, there's not a lot of chapters. When you look at this, any takers in the chat? Everybody dead? Everybody dead out there?
Chris says 300.
Okay, 300. Thank you, Chris. All right. While we are waiting for a couple of responses in there, Mr. Cole will let me know. Jade, will you please let me know what has happened in the first books of Devarim, what we have going on in there. Okay, we got another one in.
Colleen says 250.
Okay, all right, keep answering it. Let's go. Jaden, what's happening in the book of Devarim, Deuteronomy, prior to this? Let's give a quick recap from Genesis to Devarim.
So we had creation, we had the fall of creation, there's sin, and then we had Noah and the ark. He had to basically restart Earth because it was so bad. He had to clear everything off. So some people were left alive, and then still giant DNA was still existing. Nations grew up, and people spread across the earth. We had Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel. They were not great people as it was, but they were still Yahuwah's chosen people. And then they went into slavery for 400 years. A little guy out of the tribe of Levi, who was adopted by Pharaoh's daughter named Moses, he came and freed them after 400 years of slavery, brought them out of the wilderness, gave them commands from Yahuwah. They sinned, rose up against him, rose against Yahuwah. A lot of them died. Moses had to keep praying for them to stop the plagues and the death that kept happening. And now we are towards the end of Moses' life. He is no longer allowed to go into the promised land where everyone's trying to get to because he disobeyed Yahuwah, and Yahuwah said, that is it, you will not go in because you disobeyed me. You're supposed to show my power to the people of the children of Israel, and you did not. So you will not walk into this land, but you can see it from the outside and prepare the people to go in. It's a brand new generation. So he is now giving them the command that he basically a recap of the entire first 4 books. And then in the last chapter, he told us about the 7-year release, basically what happens with debts and how to come back on the 7th year, and not to be hard of heart when the 7th year comes around and you have to release your debts.
Okay, now drum roll for the amount. Hold on. Let's go.
I got
Hold
2
on.
answers.
Okay.
3 answers.
Okay, we got some answers in here. Okay.
All right. So Honeymoon Stitch says 187. LeGrand says 440. Brandy says 187, and Sue says 185.
Okay, well, you guys, there's some winners in here. There's some winners, and if you didn't cheat, good job, guys. Good job. Mr. Cole, did you have an answer?
No?
Did you add it up? Did you figure it out?
Yeah, I know what it is. No.
Okay, so before I give you guys the answer around this table, what is the smallest book of the 5?
Leviticus.
Yeah,
Leviticus.
That's you.
Okay, anyone know how many chapters that has?
27.
Okay, all right. So the answer is, all of you astute Bereans out there, is
I
187.
actually added an extra 4 because I was thinking numbers had 40 instead of 36.
I was doing the reveal, and you just jumped in there.
But you just said it.
Yeah, 187.
Yeah.
So what'd you say?
I did 191. I actually had an extra 4.
191. Well, we have some Bereans out there that actually got 187.
Brian says he cheated.
Oh, honeymoon stitch. Hey, thanks for being honest though. Hey, all right, guys. So listen,
But I think we should send somebody a pair of ZZs.
who we should get some Z seats out?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's get some Z seats out there. I think anybody that cleared up a 187, I think we should nail it.
So we have Brandy and we have Honeymoon
So
Stitch.
send an email in there. If you guys want a pair of free Z seats, let us know. We are happy to send them to you guys. We're happy to equip the people of our Creator with the tools and the things that we need to survive in this crazy, crazy world that is out there. So let us get into this real quick. And I don't know if the Grand has been contacted by Miss Nicole, but the Grand had already got a free pair of ZCs as well.
I haven't done
So
it.
you haven't talked. This is on Miss Nicole, the
It's
Grand.
my fault.
So
Sorry.
you actually won from a previous contest that we did. So all right, guys, let's get into this. Devorium. Guard the month of Aviv and perform the Pesach to Yahuwah your Elohim, for in the month of Aviv, Yahuwah your Elohim brought you out of Mitzrayim by night. Now, there's a lot of stuff, I've run into the Bathrobe Bob guys again as of late. And Bathrobe Bob is this guy on YouTube. I don't even know what the guy's name is, but Jeremy and I named him Bathrobe Bob because the guy comes out and teaches everybody from his bathroom. He wakes up in the morning, doesn't even make it to the bathroom, and then starts telling people that you shouldn't be keeping the appointed times of our Creator because you are not in the land of Israel. And he has a lot of people that are out there. They're like, oh yeah, this is cool. Bathroom Bob, it's cool. And so I expose this guy, but the thing about the appointed times of our Creator, and one of the appointed times is today, right? We are keeping the Shabbat of our Creator. This is a time that it's a set apart time, right? If you are literally keeping this day a Kodesh, a holy style day, then you're keeping a commandment of our Creator. And I think it's one of the more important commandments that our Creator has given to us. Because when you start observing the Sabbath day and you start realizing how important this is to your life, then the rest of the commandments become very, very clear. It becomes so, it's just like the light bulb moments when you're sitting there and that giant light bulb comes on, and you're like, yeah, and you see all of these laws, these statutes and commandments like, wow, these were meant for us to regulate our life to a success. But yet the rest of this world is out there like, oh, you don't want this. Don't do this. You can do whatever you want, how you want. It's the anything, right? It's the Aleister Crowley mentality of do what you want. So the first verse of Devarim is clearly that we have an appointed time. And every came by, right? And I talk to Mom every week, unfortunately, and sometimes this week my mom told me very clearly, my family didn't receive Christmas money because we don't believe in Christmas. And I'm like, hey, Mom, isn't your whole theology and doctrine of this whole Saint Nicholas satanic mesh pot that you're supposed to be giving? She's like, well, no, if you don't believe in it, why would I send you anything? I'm like, well, if I told her, I said, Mom, if I tell you I believe in Christmas, are you going to do it? She's like, oh, yeah. So I send the phone up to my kids. I'm like, kids, tell your grandma, do you guys believe in Christmas? And I think Cade was like, I believe that there's a national holiday called Christmas and things like this. But, we have an appointed time. We have like 6 or 7 appointed times that we do every single month or every single year. And our times are just about to come, right? We are getting towards the beginning of our new year, not the Gregorian New Year. We're not talking 2025 to 2026 and all of this mumbo jumbo, but we're talking our Creator's calendar. And we have these appointed times. And this was one that we are told to keep for all times. And if you've never kept an appointed time of our Creator, it's a fascinating time. It changes everything you do. Your dynamic of your life is when you start focusing on the Creator of the universe. Our dynamic is that. Yeah, it's no, I just, Sister Barb, I just thought it was very amusing and very funny. I don't want their satanic money, but when my mom's like, well, if you would believe in Christmas, it just felt like Satan was like trying to kick us in the thing, and we're if we have 2 nickels to rub together, we feel like we're doing well. And so it's one of those things that, if you want to, mess with us, you can just, things like that. And it's just like, it's the hand of Hasatan that works through people like this that, well, if you would only eat the bite of the apple, then everything would be got. Your eyes would be open, your checks would be in the mail. all of that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, it's sad, and we're not interested. My family's disappointed me. What can you read that? I can't. These are popping up so fast
Yeah.
I can't see them.
The Grant says, my family has disappointed me with me, as I won't enter their homes during this season.
Beautiful. You are a legend, Graham. We love you. You are such a responsible, beautiful individual when it comes to stuff like this, right? And that's the thing, right? You have your house decked with the halls, and you have all the satanic garbage stuff, right? There's unclean spirits, right? You're not bringing in a Kodesh environment. You're not keeping your house clean, and you wouldn't want to be in an environment that you're it's like stoking the fire, right? You're stoking the demons and making things even worse. Continuing on, verse 2. And you shall slaughter the Pesach to Yahuwah your Elohim from the flock and the herd in the place where Yahuwah chooses to put his name. And that in the day was Jerusalem, the temple times, when various temples, various priests. Everybody had a little area in the 12 tribes of Yisrael. In the lands that they were in, everybody had sets of tribes, sets of priests, Kohanim, that were all hanging out with them, and that was their thing. Continuing on, 3. Sorry, that was my Bluetooth thing that was crying over here. Eat no unleavened bread with it. For 7 days you eat unleavened bread with it, bread of affliction, because you came out of the land of Mitzrayim in haste, so that you remember the day in which you came out of the land of Mitzrayim all the days of your life. Now, a lot of us, we didn't come out of the land of Mitzrayim, right? We don't understand what these people went through. We weren't there, but we have a commandment, and at the end of verse 3, it tells us exactly why we need to keep this commandment, so that we remember the day in which we came out of the land of Mitzrayim. Now, even if we didn't come out of the land of Mitzrayim, we have forefathers and foremothers. Guaranteed, we all have a lineage of the people that were over there during that day, and is flooded through genealogy, right? Our forefathers, somebody in there went through this, and to remember that our Creator saved us and to keep his appointed times is part of this Torah path. It's that we never ever walk a day without the importance of our Creator walking as he wants us to walk, and this is an important time that he wants us to keep for remembrance. 4. And no leaven should be seen with you in all your border for 7 days. Neither should the meat which you slaughter in the evening on the first day stay all night until morning. You are not allowed to slaughter the Pesach within any of your gates, which Yahuwah your Elohim gives you, but at the place where Yahuwah your Elohim chooses to make his name dwell. There you slaughter the Pesach in the evening. At this going down of the sun, at the appointed time you come out of Mitzrayim. And you shall roast and eat it in the place which Yahuwah your Elohim chooses. And in the morning you shall turn and go to your tents. 6 days you eat unleavened bread, and on the 7th day there is a closing festival to Yahuwah your Elohim. You do no work. Okay, it's a beautiful thing when you guys, we're, I don't know, I think we're like maybe 10 years into Passover, somewhere around there, observing it. And when you start, it's a little weird. Every single year, some of the problems is we don't know exactly the routine and how everybody kept this, right? We aren't back in the days where they were able to do it. So we have to kind of use our imagination at some level. And, we're in a different world, a much different time, and we're trying to do what the instructions tell us to do. And the Passover is a fun time, guys. It is a very, very fun time, from the time that you're running the ceremony, eating your lamb on Passover till you have your feast of unleavened bread, where it's fun, right? You get rid of all the leaven out of your house. You're eating little crunchy bread and stuff without leaven in it. It's a very fun time. It's not like something, when people are like, oh, this is a drag. It's not a drag. It's fun, it's symbolic, and it's what our Creator wants us to do so that we are close to him. Continuing on, what you got?
Well, and after Messiah was crucified, we have record of the disciples still keeping the feast time. So we know this is not abolished, or this is just not for them. This is forever.
Yeah. Okay, 6 days you eat unleavened bread, and on the 7th day there is a closing festival to Yahuwah your Elohim. You do no work. Count 7 days for yourself. 7 weeks for yourself. Begin to count 7 weeks from the time you begin to put the sickle to the grain. And you shall perform the festival of Shavuot to Yahweh your Elohim, according to the voluntary offering from your hand, which you give as Yahweh your Elohim barak you.
And this offering we were going to give would be, we would give it to a priest. Mm-hmm. And we wouldn't just, that's what we do, we give it to the priest so that they could eat it or offer it up.
Right. Okay, all right, continuing on. And you shall rejoice before Yahweh your Elohim, you and your son and your daughter and your male servant and your female servant, and the Levite, the question, this is called, and the Levite who is within your gates, and the stranger and the fatherless and the widow who's in your midst, at the place where Yahweh your Elohim chooses to make his name dwell. And you shall remember you were a slave in Mitzrayim, and you shall guard and do these laws. Perform the festival of Sukkot for 7 days after the ingathering from your threshing floor and from your wine press. And you shall rejoice in your festival, you and your son and your daughter and your male servant and your female servant and the Levite and the stranger and the fatherless and the widow who are within your gates. This is, again, an exciting time, right? If you take off your work and you start having a 6-day festival, these are the parties, right? If you are missing Christmas, if you are missing Easter, if you are missing Halloween, fear not. We have all of these great things and beyond. We have all of these appointed times, and these appointed times it's a party time, right? There's a lot of parties. There's a lot of times to get together. There's ingatherings. It's the people of Yah are meant to get together. And a lot of us were separated throughout the four corners of these flat lands, right? We don't have all these people to join with. We don't have the people that believe the same things we believe with. But at some point, when Messiah returns, when he gathers his people together, everybody's going to be keeping Sukkot. It's going to be what we are doing, which is why when we do the appointed times right now, even if we get them wrong, even if our dates are wrong, we are rehearsing and doing what our Creator has told us to do and being loyal to his instructions. We're not going to get blasted for having the date wrong. We're not going to get blasted for any of this, because if we are judged based upon obedience to the Torah in of itself, we are doing the very best that we can to keep this Torah and keep these appointed times. Okay.
Okay, so Brandy asked, I heard someone talking about the Feast of Celebration. Is this something that we are supposed to honor? Is it biblical? But she's asking about Feast of Dedication.
Okay.
So Eli?
Eli, was it?
And that is Hanukkah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Hanukkah. Yeah, so it's obviously it's another man-made tradition, right? You're replacing Christmas, you're replacing the satanic Saturnalia with a super Christmas. It's not just 1 day, 2 days, 3 days of Christmas. It's like 6 or 7 days. It's 7 days, 7 days of this, and every day they give gifts to their kids. Every day we don't have anything in scriptures. We don't have anything in the first 5 books of scriptures anywhere that says that we should be keeping Hanukkah, that we should be keeping into this. According what I believe, and this is my opinion, is that it is yet another satanic holiday, and they've blown it way out of proportion. It's running along the same day line as Saturnalia. So if you're looking at doing what the pagans do and hanging out with the pagans, you might call it, Hanukkah, but it's a super Christmas. And like my mom, I asked her, what did she do on Christmas? She's like, well, the Christmas angel came down. And I'm like, oh, the Christmas angel. I'm like, it's not Santa Claus for you? It's not Satan Claus? And she goes, no, it's a Christmas angel. I'm like, well, what did he leave you? She's like, well, I think it's a her. And I'm like, okay, well, you can make up all of this whitewashing the grime. You can whitewash all you want, but darkness is still darkness. Sin is still sin, right? Our Creator understands our hearts, and that is a dangerous thing. And the Christians are like, well, God knows my heart. Well, that's a very, very scary thing, because all of us, according to the scriptures, have a dark heart. All of us have the capacity to go to the dark side. We are all people that can easily get swayed to the left and to the right. So we need to be sure that we are astute with Torah on it and not wavering anywhere. Okay, continuing on. So yeah, we don't do Hanukkah. We would never do any of that stuff. That's all Judaism and the rest of this. religious system mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, they also call it Feast of Dedication, so that's why she was confused because she
I didn't even know what that was. I when she said that, I honestly I had no idea what they were. People say all these Jewish words all the time, and I'm like I don't know. I mean we have what we know of, but you know when you're in Judaism, there's all these other religious times, right? I mean there's set fasts that they do. There's all of these. They keep these. They read this thing. What is it? The Torah portions, right? They have Torah portions, and that looks like it's out of Judaism as well. But it seems like everybody and their dog reads the Torah portions and follow this as well. Okay, so let us continue on. Where am I?
So Sister Barb says in Yahushua's time, he was raised celebrating Hanukkah as a Yahudi, but it was not a week-long deal, but a dinner and prayers and remembrance celebration.
Yeah, and I don't unless I don't have any scriptures to back that up, and so I've never seen that myself. And I mean everybody gets traditions, right? I mean the Book of Esther ends up with what the Purim, and they honor. That's a huge Judaistic thing, right? And it's nowhere in scriptures, but they're celebrating it because they survived yet another little death strike on them. Continue on.
I couldn't tell you where you're at. I'm
Anyone
sorry.
know? For 7 days you shall celebrate a festival to Yahuwah your Elohim in the place which Yahuwah chooses, because Yahuwah your Elohim barak you in all your increase and in all the work of your hands, and you shall be only rejoicing. 3 times a year all your males appear before Yahuwah your Elohim in the place which he chooses, at the festival of Matzah, and at the festival of Shavuot, and at the festival of Sukkot. And none shall appear before Yahuwah empty-handed, each one with the gift of his hand, according to the barakah of Yahuwah your Elohim, which he has given to you. Okay, and these gifts that you have, I mean, these are for the Kohanim, these are for the Levites, the priests that take care of it, right? This is what this is all about, is making sure they're fed, making sure that you're doing what you should be doing, and none of it was ever really a cash thing. Today's society, you have all these satanic churches, and you can't join a church without them, passing that plate. I mean, you can't even go to a church service without that plate being passed before you, and everybody sees who's giving it. Not, it's a mess. 18. Appoint judges and officers within all your gates, which Yahuwah your Elohim is giving you, according to your tribes, and they shall judge the people with righteous right ruling. Do not distort right ruling. Do not show partiality, nor take a bribe, for a bribe blinds the eyes of the wise and twists the words of the righteous. Follow righteousness, so that you live and inherit the land which Yahuwah your Elohim is giving you. Do not plant for yourself any tree as an Asheroth near the altar of Yahuwah your Elohim that you make for yourself, and do not put up a pillar which Yahuwah your Elohim hates. Again, idol worship, they all came out of Egypt. Everybody's, we haven't changed. We are still in the world. The Catholic Church is full on idols everywhere. There's idols in every park. We are in a very, very satanic time of life.
And an Asherah was a tree they worship, which is just like Christmas. You put up a tree and you bow to it.
Yeah.
That's an Asherah pole.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Just reading some comments here. Okay. All right. So here we are into our next chapter, guys. This is the book of Yochanan, chapter 10. And I guess, Cade, can you give me a breakdown of where we are at? I've been deserted by my main fella, Mr.
So
Jade.
we had Yahushua, who has been coming and going into Jerusalem, into Galilee. He's teaching, spreading his message, following his grown. People want to hear him and see him. He's healing people on certain days, like the Shabbat or a feast day or something that will upset the Pharisees. They say that's unlawful, and Yahushua shuts that down every time they say something. And Yahushua claims that he is the son of the Elohim, of the Creator, and that has set them on a mission to kill Yahushua. They think that's blasphemy. They think they are better than Yahushua, and they should be the sons of Elohim and not him. So in their jealousy and in their anger of Yahushua doing what is right, they are seeking how to kill him. Yahushua is out there teaching, spreading his message, getting ready for his final acts on this earth as he teaches the people and shows eternal life.
Yeah. All right. So here we are, guys. This is a beautiful book. Yochanan, chapter 10. Truly, truly, I say to you, He who does not enter through the door into the sheepfold, but climbs up by another way, that one is a thief and a robber. But he who enters through the door is the shepherd of the sheep. The doorkeeper opens for him, and the sheep hear his voice. And he calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. And when he has brought out his own sheep, he goes before them, and the sheep follow him because they know his voice. Now, when you're looking at our Creator and you're looking at his, you're looking at, we can't even base the genius of our Creator based upon human genius, right? We're like 170 is like some dude that's off the charts. But we have an individual, our Creator, Yahuwah, Elohim Most High, and he has engineered everything. I've talked about this before, but as we live out in the middle of these jungles out here, we have enormous access to every kind of life form. The other day we were sitting here looking out the window and a couple of storks popped down into our yard. I didn't even know we had storks out here, but they were long beaked. They were just sitting there. I was trying to get some pictures of them and they flew away. But it's the beauty of our Creator is that he is an engineer of amazing caliber. And we have goats. And the goats act a tremendous amount like sheep. And Eli is our little goat keeper. He has been keeping the goats. He used to keep our cows. Our cows died off, but the goats are in good hands. And so here we are with the goats. And whenever Eli goes out there, he can just call them and the goats come running to him. And whenever I go out there, I'm this big bearded fella that rarely ever goes out to the thing. They want to run away from me. They don't think I'm very cool. They don't think I'm like the rest of them. So these animals understand and they can see who these people are. And when Messiah Yahushua, Eli, when Messiah Yahushua says that he who does not enter through the door into the sheepfold but climbs up another way, that one is a thief and a robber. What do you think that means?
Be like Satan, like trying to get a hold of the sheep.
Satan trying to get a hold of sheep, Cade? Do you have something?
So, like sending people in who are not like trying to disturb Yahuwah's people.
Mm-hmm. Cade, what do you got?
The sheepfold is obviously like the gate of heaven, right? It's and the sheep are the people inside, and whoever comes up through that is not one of Yahushua's. That person is there to kill and destroy. That person is there to take the sheep out of the sheepfold.
Yeah. And, when you go into a paddock, which is a sheepfold, which is a corral for sheep, we're not going to make it in the Shamayim, right? We're not going to make it into heaven any other way except how scriptures say. And if you need a quick breakdown of what scripture says, Revelation 14:12 is very, very clear. Those who have salvation, those who are saved, there's two qualifications. One, you have to have faith in Messiah Yahushua. Two, you have to be a law keeper. Those who keep the laws, statutes, and commandments are those who are saved. That is a summary of what all of the scriptures say. There's nothing different, right? And so if you're trying to make it into heaven by raising your hand when you're 8 years old, or when you're getting baptized in the Christian church, or where you're going to mass every Sunday and every Saturday, or whatever the day is that you're doing this, if you're trying to do and to achieve salvation in a different manner than what the scriptures say, then you're trying to break into the sheepfold. You're trying to break into the paddock. You're not going to make it in. You're going to get tossed out. There's a billion messengers standing on top of the sheepfold for people that are trying to break over the top of this fold. We're not going to make it in. So if we want to play the game that our Creator has given to us, and I would say it's some sort of a game, right? We have a life. We have a opportunity to make a direction. It's a lot like a video game. We go from one direction to another, and what we're trying to do is we're trying not to lose our life. We're trying not to lose our stock. When we lose our stock, then it's game over. And where we are and what we have done in this life is going to be judgment at that moment. So if we are raging Gentiles, if we are just the greatest of the pagans that are out there, then that last breath is going to be very, very scary. And what we're hoping for is that we do have mercy, that those of us who have been trying, that those of us who have aligned our lives to what the scriptures say, that we can enter into this paddock, that we can get our Messiah who says, welcome in, versus depart from me, you who are Torahless. Continue on. Let's
I want to say 4 or 5, but I don't know.
it's 5. 5. And they shall by no means follow a stranger, but shall flee from him, because they do not know the voice of strangers. Absolutely scares the heck out of them. Yahushua used this figure of speech, but they did not know what he had been saying to them, right? Messiah was always talking in this thing that hindsight's 100% vision, right? You can see it 2020 is when Messiah was gone, then all of the disciples like, oh, wow, this is what we missed. And Messiah is always saying these parables, always saying these things, and nobody could figure this out. But this is why we have an opportunity as Yah's people, as a remnant in today's world, that all these scriptures are provided to us. 8, all who came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. Whoever enters through me, he shall be saved, and shall go in and shall go out and find pasture. That's what we want, right? We proverbial pasture, right? We want the mansions. We want a life that is a Torah-keeping world, that's a government of Torah, that is the rest of this madness is gone. The thief does not come except to steal and to slaughter and to destroy. Hasatan, right? The demons. This is what the demons are doing, right? They're trying to get us away from our paddock. They're trying to take us away from our Messiah. I have come that they might possess Kai, and that they might possess it beyond measure. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his Kai, his life, for the sheep. But the hireling, and not being a shepherd, one who does not own the sheep, sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep and flees. And the wolf snatches the sheep and scatters them. And for anybody that's been out, doing stuff like this, right? You see a snarling wolf come at you. If you're a paid guy that's not getting paid a lot, that's just sitting out there, the last thing you're going to do is lay down your life for somebody else's sheep, right? Let that lion or whatever it is, the wolf, get a hold of that sheep. Good luck, but it's better than your life. 13. Now the hireling flees because he is a hireling and is not concerned about the sheep. I, Messiah, am the good shepherd, and I know mine, and mine know me. Even as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, I lay down my life, my Kai, for the sheep. Okay. Again, this is people that get confused on the Trinity, right? This is. I don't want to beat this point home, but the Father knows me, and I know the Father isn't saying I am the Father, right? It says that clearly our Messiah is saying that they're two separate individuals. He, me, she, we, they, them, right? We're not talking about I. We're talking about you, them, me, other, Father, right? All these other people out there, it's not the same entity. 16. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, I have to bring them as well. And they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one flock, one shepherd, right? So this is where he's calling out the Gentiles, right? The rest of the people of the world. Anybody who hears the word of our Creator and changes from the way that they live to a Torah-keeping way is part of the new flock. That's the point. And if we change our ways, it doesn't matter if we come out of paganism. It doesn't matter if we come out of Satanism. It doesn't matter if we come out of whatever isms that is out there. If we hear the voice of our Creator, now, voice of His Son and our Creator. Now, what is the voice? If we heard the voice, Jaden, Caden, Eli, one of you guys, if you hear the voice of our Messiah, what is He saying? What does His word say? What voice would we hear, and how would we be saved?
It would be like, follow me or enter in.
Right, and what does Messiah Yahushua teach? What does he
Torah.
teach? Torah, or does he teach the Christian religion?
He teaches his Father's commands, which is the Torah.
How many times in the scriptures does our Messiah Yahushua say, "Join the Christian religion"?
0. There's 0 times.
And
he didn't come to create a new religion or get rid of the Torah and the prophets.
Yeah.
He came to fulfill their prophecies.
Yep, and fulfilled, my friends, does not mean abolish, right? When our Messiah walked the Torah perfectly, he literally fulfilled the Torah. He walked it as it should have been walked, perfected, right? He didn't say it's gone. Not one jot, not one tittle of the Torah will ever be gone until heaven and earth pass away. Continue on. 17. Because of this, the Father loves me, because I laid down my life, my Kai, in order to receive it again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down of myself. I have authority to lay it down, and I have authority to receive it again. This command I have received from my Father. Again, this is kind of a Trinity breaking thing, right? If he received a command from his Father, and he was the Father, do we commit this guy to an insane asylum, right? If he's the same individual, but yet he talks as two separate people, that would be called schizophrenia, right? Schizophrenia, the same kind of thing where you have a split personality, happens to abuse people, happens to all sorts of people. You get into some kind of trauma and you split, you go crazy, and you end up with a couple different people. This is not what our Messiah was. Never once does he ever sound insane. Everything he says is exactly as it is. And so if he received a command from his Father, I'm going to take this as gospel that there was indeed a Father, and he is not the Father, and he received this command from him. 19. And there came a division among the Yehudim because of these words, and many of them said, he has a demon and is mad. Why do you listen to him? Others said, these are not the words of one demon. Is a demon able to open the eyes of the blind? Funny, Hanukkah was mentioned, right? Chanukah. At that time, the Chanukah came to be in Yerushalayim, and it was winter. This is why I think there's only 2 references anywhere in scriptures to this event at all, right? So here we are somewhere in this. Now, people will take this as, Messiah Yahushua was keeping Hanukkah. Other than Sister Barb, I'd never heard this before, right? Messiah is very, very clearly always talking about traditions of men. So whatever Hanukkah has become today, which aligns exactly with Saturnalia, and I don't know if this Hanukkah aligned exactly with Saturnalia, but the problem is when we are dialed into the same days that the Satanists run their things, then what difference is it, right? It's just a different name. Hanukkah is just a super Christmas. We got to be careful, right? If we had instructions inside of Torah that we are to have a 7-day feast to our Creator that was in the end of the year, it would say that, right? If our Creator wanted us to be participating in this, we would have Torah commands. We don't. So let's make sure that we are aligning ourselves to what Scriptures say. 23. And Yahushua was walking in the Mikdash, in the porch of Shalomah. So the Yehudim surrounded him and said to him, how long do you keep us in suspense? If you are Mashiach, say to us plainly. Yahushua answered them, I have told you, and you do not believe. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness concerning me. Again, he's calling down a witness in the Father's name. If he's the Father, this is really, really funky stuff. We got to be very, very, very careful about this. 26. But you do not believe, because you are not of my sheep, as I said to you. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. And I give them everlasting Kai, and they shall by no means ever perish, and no one shall snatch them out of my hand. My Father, who has given them to me, is greater than all, and no one is able to snatch them out of my Father's hand. Before we go into the next verse, this is a Christian thing, right? You will hear this, that you can basically ask Jesus into your heart, and you're saved, and you will never, ever, ever be able to lose salvation. And they will quote this, right? Look, you can't lose salvation because it says right here, and no one is able to snatch them out of my Father's hand. Well, that's the problem with only reading 1 or 2 verses here and there, because very clearly in Matthew 7, depart from me, you who work lawlessness. People are being departed out of what they thought was their Father's hand. And so we have to be very, very careful. Now, the next verse is a verse of extreme controversy, right? And I say this all the time. My kids, are you my son?
I am.
I am. Jaden just said, I am. So Messiah just says right here, I and my Father are one. Okay? Now, my wife and I are one. My family and I are one. Now, when I say that we are one, I'm saying that we work and we operate and we have the same mission, the same goals, and that we attempt to do all of this in a cordial manner. But I'm not saying that I am my son, Jaden. I'm not saying I'm my wife, Nicole. I am saying that we are all one. We work as a team, and this is how it is, right? Messiah and his father obviously worked as a team. Messiah was on a mission from his Father to complete a goal, to complete this walk. And so he and his father are in the same thought process. They're in the same teamwork. They're in the same mission. Right now, they're in the same project. And this project is that Messiah has to come and lay his life down for the sheep. 31. And the Yahudim picked up stones to stone him, right? Oh, you can't say this. You can't say you and the Father are one. And there's nothing in this that is stonable. But when you get down to Judaism, they make rules up on the fly, and they have all this other crazy stuff. Yahushua answered them, many good works I have shown you from my Father. For which of these works do you stone me? The Yahudim answered him, saying, we do not stone you for a good work, but for blasphemy, and because you, being a man, make yourself Elohim. Yahushua answered them, is it not written in your own Torah, I said, you are Elohim? If he called them Elohim, lowercase, notice there's lowercase Elohim, there's also greater Elohim, right? We only have one Elohim with a capital E, Most High. But Messiah Yahushua is Elohim, and there's also the messengers are Elohim as well. They're called Elohim in scriptures. Basically, it's a mighty one. And so if he called them Elohim, to whom the word Elohim came, and it is impossible for the scripture to be broken, do you say of him whom the Father made Kodosh and sent him into the world, you are blaspheming because I said, I am the son of Elohim? I am the Ben of Elohim. If you do not do the works of my Father, do not believe me. But if you do, through you do not believe me. Because believe this. Let me try this again. Through you, do not believe me, believe the works, so that you know and believe that the Father is in me and I in him. Again, people, they take this and they read in the Trinity. They've had all these lying deceivers that are sitting in these satanic churches and satanic religious systems, and they're like, Trinity, 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 right? And people are praying to the wrong entity. They don't know who to pray to. They don't actually understand the whole line of the kingdom work and the line of the government. 39.
Well, something I want to put here is he mentions works, believe the works,
Yeah.
He's showing his faith and what he believes by his works.
Yeah.
The goodness he does, the people he helps, that is works.
Yeah, absolutely. And, James talks about it, works, right? You don't have faith unless you're showing your works, right? Unless you're taking your works and making it the Torah, right? That's the thing about the Torah life is it's not just a set on the log and be a bump on the log. It's about taking the Torah and bringing it to life. It's not just a life for us, but the Torah becomes a life in and around us, and you start wanting others to keep this Torah. You want them to see the power and the strength and the majesty of the greatest set of government guidelines that we can ever have in a world that we are hoping to encounter and that we are hoping to be into. So let's finish up here. 39. Therefore, they were seeking again to seize him, but he went forth out of their hand and went once more to the other side of the Yarden, to the place where Yochanan was immersing at first, and there he stayed. And many came to him and said, Yochanan indeed did no sign, yet all that Yochanan said about this man was true. 1 second. And many believed in him there. So there we are, guys. That is the end of this. These are some beautiful readings, beautiful books. It has been a wonderful time. I can't thank you guys enough for being a part of this and for being part of our family. This is, when our Messiah very clearly says that his family are those who are law-abiding citizens, that clarifies every one of us out there, that all of you guys out there are my brothers and my sisters and my family. And so in this holiday season where all of us are set apart and none of us are hanging out with our families that have rejected us because we have rejected their pagan satanic ways, we have family here. All of us around this table, the virtual table, all within the sound of our voice, if you are keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, you have become my family. And so we love you guys very, very much. They always say that Jesus is the reason for the season, but truly the Torah is always the reason for the season. And that is what needs to govern our lives, and not these satanic holidays, not this trash that we've all been indoctrinated into. So with that, guys, we are going to, Jade, will you please bless us? And then we are going to get a couple more outros, and we are going to give you some love and
Yahuwah brought you and guard you. Yahuwah makes face shine upon you and shall favor you. Yahuwah lifts his face upon you and give you peace.
All right, guys, this first song is out of 1 Shemuel 17. It's called Giant Killer, except, hey, you're going to have to fire that on for me if you will, please. I got to re-link in here. As we're doing this, every one of these songs that we do from the Torah Radio Network are 100% scriptures. Every single song is built upon scriptures. And so when you guys are listening to this, you're actually like reading scriptures as well. All right, everybody, we love you guys very, very much. Giant Killer, here it is.
I'm going to put the links in as well.
Okay, put the links in. Here we are.
Not by sword and not by faith. When fear says run, I take my stand. Like without fights with his mighty hand. Goliath shouting threats so loud. Warrior shrinking behind the crowd. David with the sling of trust. Steps to the lion covered in dust. Who is this giant defying God's might? Today he'll show you his power and sight. 5 small stones from the water's bed. Faith on fire, no fear in his head. I'm a giant killer walking in God's name. Not by sword and not by faith. When fear says run, I take my stand. Jehovah fights with his mighty hand. Goliath laughs at the boy so small, but David stands tall with your overall. You come with spear, but I come near. In Yahuwah's name, no room for fear. Stone released with lightning pace. Yah guides his path to the giant's face. Goliath falls, the earth shakes loud. Yah wins battles before any crowd. I'm a giant killer walking in Yah's name. Not by sword and not by faith. When fear says run, I take my stand. Yahuwah fights with his mighty hand. When giants rise in your heart at night, lift your voice and step into the fight. Not by strength, but by God's decree. He breaks chains and sets you free. Raise your sling, lift your voice, trust in Yah, make courage your choice. Every shadow fades when his light appears. Every giant bows when he draws near. Victory echoes across the land. You walk forward in Yah's command. I'm a giant killer walking in Yah's name. Not by sword and not by faith. When fear says run, I take my stand. Yahuwah fights with his mighty hand. I'm a giant killer walking in Yah's name.
All right, we're all called to be giant killers. I hope that's what we're all working on through this Torah life.
By the truth, don't set it away. Wisdom worth more than what money can pay. Walk straight, stay pure, let shalom stay. The Torah keeps foolishness at bay. If ruler tempts with the feast divine, check your hunger, guard your mind. Don't crave sweets of deceptive play. Torah teaches self-control gains. Don't try to be rich, that spirit's vain. Riches sprout wings like birds in rain. Don't eat with the miser whose heart ain't true. His lips say, but his heart hates you. Buy the truth, don't sell it away. Wisdom worth more than what money can pay. Walk straight, stay pure.
All right, final song, everybody.
Stand bold like a lion when Torah's your guide. We can run trembling with nowhere to hide. Justice flows strong when the righteous abide. The Torah walk, Yahuwah stands by your side. Yeah. Wicked flee, though no one chases their way. But righteous stand firm like lions at bay. Land mourns under rulers, corrupt and cruel. But understanding men stabilize the rule. A man who forsakes Torah praises the vow, but keepers of truth resist wicked style. Evil men can't grasp justice way, but seekers of Yah walk straight and great. Better poor with integrity true than crooked rich with schemes to pursue. Bear with Torah understanding, stay strong. Companions of gluttons won't last long. Yeah. Stand bold like a lion when Torah's your guide. We can run trembling with nowhere to hide. Justice flows strong when the righteous abide. The Torah walk, Yahuwah stands by your side. He who keeps Torah guards his own way, but the despiser of Yah falls into decay. Rich who oppress the poor rebel against light, but generous eyes walk righteous and right. Confess your transgression, mercy will fall. Hide it inside you, stumble and crawl. Happy the man who fears Yah all day. Hard-hearted past bring evil your way. Wicked ruler over poor like roaring beast. Brings no justice, gives no peace. But man-hating greed extends his days. Yah strengthens him in righteous ways. Hey. Stand bold like a lion when Torah's your guide. We can run trembling with nowhere to hide. Justice flows strong when the righteous abide. The Torah walk, Yahuwah stands by your side. False witness will perish quick, but faithful testimony stands firm and thick. Wicked hot faces stand in shame. Righteous rise up and lift Yah's name. He who robs father or mother, no wrong done is equal to destroy you under the sun. Greedy heart stirs up strife and war, but trust in Yahuwah brings increase more. Righteous watch carefully the path they tread. Fools mock wisdom and end up misled. Stand bold like a lion when Torah's your guide. Whoa, we can run trembling with nowhere to hide. Walk mislay 28 with courage wide. Yahuwah stands faithful by your side. Yeah.
All right, beautiful family. We thank you very much for being a part of this. We love you all very much. May Yahweh bless you, keep you. May his light forever shine upon you. May Messiah Yahushua always be a huge part of your life. May the Torah always be everything in your life. And may we all greet each other next Shabbat only by the hand of Yah. We love y'all. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.